Hello YouTube and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I am going to be talking to you about the hypothesis I have in relation to hackers and game developers. That hypothesis being that are hackers actually paying game developers to continue to run their hacks? Let's get into it and find out. All right, guys. So look, at the end of the day, we have such a massive issue with cheating and hacking in computer games now. It's beyond a joke. Yeah. The whole industry is heavily, massively saturated with young people, for the mass majority, using cheats that they buy from hacks that they find from Discord servers, online, through Google searches, and so on and so forth. Now, I've got some video coming up that I really want you to watch because this is the ex-head of Riot Games anti-cheat department who didn't fly off into the sunset onto bigger and greater things. He got terminated because his KPIs weren't met, because obviously the amount of cheaters that they were trying to catch just weren't met for months in a row. So just let's disperse the end of that conversation when you come to it. He got terminated from employment. He basically underperformed and, well, and like any job, lost it because he didn't do his job right. Then we move on to a video I've done about Eggwick in past, but I've replaced the footage because the footage that he's provided has frame drops and all kinds of issues. But it is of someone who's on the internet, who's done a YouTube video of a game, no skins, and I'll let you catch the hacks when they're happening on screen while you're listening to that audio. So a little bit of homework for you to start identifying cheaters yourself. Tell me in the comments section which part of the Eggwick interview video part you caught cheaters cheating. Who was cheating, what character, what cheat they used, etc. So guys, I have a feeling after my little experience, a little social experiment yesterday, yes, another one, in the XDefiant Discord, after discussing easy anti-cheat being easily broken and worked around and, you know, bypassed without any questions, to then entering into a discussion that's kind of been eating at me for quite a while. And I think it's an issue that might actually have some ground to trench on. It's a hypothesis at this stage. You make your own mind up. Do your own research, come back to me with answers if you found anything contrary or to complement what I'm saying right now. As I say, this is a hypothesis. So a hypothesis is a idea based on stuff, very loosely, and there's nothing groundbreaking or evidential to support what I'm saying, but a gut feeling. Now, guys, you know I've been an anti-cheats hacker hunter for over 4 years. I've caught umpteen amounts of cheaters and hackers had their website shut down and their resellers dealt with. Okay, 15 hackers I've helped get arrested in 4+ years. Not many, but it's something. Yeah, and Riot's the one that's obviously taken legal proceedings and taken all the actions and you know, found out where they live and all that jazz and got them arrested and charged and stuff. But I was the one that brought this to their attention. I was the one that brought these websites that they had no idea about to their attention, and they were shocked. The one was the holy grail of hidden hacker websites, which had hacks for every literal game you could imagine on Earth, new and old. I helped that get shut down, and I proved that in a previous video a long time ago that we tried to look for the website, or it doesn't exist anymore. Got shut down. So my hypothesis is based on the amount of money hackers are making. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. What you will see and hear in the coming videos, which aren't long, will explain all of the costs involved as a cheater to buy cheats in the first place, the psychology of it, the addiction that it creates, and it's insidious. It's worse than heroin, in my opinion. And just so many other issues that socially come with cheating and hacking and the illegality side of it as well. So guys, please settle in, grab a popcorn and a drink, right? Or more importantly, grab something wholesome to eat. Grab a coffee or a nice glass of milk or water, whatever your preference is, tea, if you're a tea drinker. Not me personally, I'm a hardcore coffee drinker. It's my addiction. And settle in. This is going to, I think, open up a lot of your eyes to what's really going on. So I'll give you a final synopsis at the end of my experience in the Discord server of XDefiant yesterday. And your perception by then would hopefully be a little bit more open to the potential, the possibility that hackers might actually be paying developers off to continue making their hacks. Welcome to the episode.
Like once you've cheated, it's difficult to not cheat. Like
it's
that
an
becomes
addiction,
the way
man.
you engage with the game. Because once you're banned, you're also kind of like severed from like the community you were in, right? And so like the next time you engage, why not just cheat? It's one of the reasons like bans got to be like prioritized, because you know it's hard. It's really, really, really hard to reform a cheater. I mean, we know the explicit rate on that based on genre, and I can't share it. But it's really hard. When like I used to cheat, and I can't play first person shooters without cheating. I can't because I can't aim. I never learned to do it. So like it's too like.
Dude, I mean, I've heard like, listen, I've been in like Discord chats,
my raids, man,
and guys literally talk about
don't.
guys literally talk about how like they're addicted. Like they'll even use the word. They'll just say it out. It's kind of like alcoholism or something. They can't go to a bar
or steroids.
They know, like it's they know they self. You know.
One more thing on the motivation. Like there's some people,
cheater AA. What the fuck?
There's like a talk out there where some of the other Vanguard developers went on to like sell a company or two. Anyway, they talk about like the motivations of cheating. It was actually like it was like part of the psychology, and there's like a couple of reasons. Actually, there's like 4, I think they say, but one of them is like for money. The developers themselves, like they probably originally had an interest in it, but like have now kind of evolved into a place where it's like their livelihood. There's others that are cheating for like they want to be seen as competitive amongst their friends. It's for like the social standing of being good at something. But then there's like this third class, which is like some of the cheat developers themselves just do it to break stuff and like have, you know, like for the attention of it, for the renown. Like, look at me, I'm breaking stuff. Yeah. I was that third thing, to be clear. Like I was the narcissistic cheater where it's like, look at me, I'm breaking stuff, I'm the best, you know. And I think like,
I outsmarted you, and yeah,
and I'm not. I mean, to be clear, I'm just like I was an idiot who found like the game had a PDB. I knew all the it was anyway. It was mostly for the attention of it. And then there's like a fourth class, which is like I think they define it as like people doing it to get through grindier stuff. Like for them, it's like the automation of it is to like the economy of like
100 kills.
I ran into every one of those types of people in my video. I ran into people with like 0.5 KDs, which normal is like 1 to like 5, who were cheating. And they literally messaged me afterwards and said, listen, I just like, I run it every once in a while. I don't really kill that many people. I just want to get some stuff done. And then you have like the white hat people that are like, I'm here to like, I'm like this egotistical person that's here to save everybody. But it's crazy the amount of money that the developers bring in. I think some numbers are thrown around. People estimate that the ABS cheat that I used, that reseller was bringing in about $250K a month.
Oh, fuck off!
And just an announcement here.
I believe it. The number of people that were using it, I believe that.
Don't even.
And they've been running undetected for 3 years. So like they had a credible product. They had a pipeline. They had tons of resellers.
Dude's got Bentley money.
And the numbers like add up. Like I did the numbers. I saw the amount of stuff moving and stuff, and I think it's legit. Now, by the way, they did get shut down. Their servers got taken down. They switched to reselling a different product that got banned the day it went up. And then last week, Odin, the one that they switched to, got banned. So they're hurting. They also kicked me out of their Discord and stopped talking to me and banned me. We used to shit talk back and forth, and they stopped doing that.
Dude,
last
it'll
week.
Be up in 72 hours, though. Remember? Now it's 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, they're gonna be on it though, bro. You don't worry. They're coming back with a vengeance. They swear.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, this honestly, this is pretty common. I don't want to say it's like common, but this is a Google search will reveal this stuff. Well, that's another thing. We don't need to action every cheater, right? Some cheaters just don't do a lot of damage. If you cheat and you suck, like and this again is mostly at mature anti-cheat teams, you can start to prioritize bans to kind of control the speed at which you, like, I'm not going to ban every cheat I detect instantly, right? Because then they're just going to issue an update and then I'm going to have to detect that cheat. So like, to slow that down, we kind of play this little, and most cheaters are kind of familiar with this, trying to figure out if you've actually been detected or if like the behavioral model has detected you. And like, a lot of that is this kind of back and forth where we're trying to deliberately occlude who's been detected by only banning the ones that cheat well. And I'm not saying
Ragers.
and like you just said, as a player, you don't give a shit if they suck at it, because you actually don't. Like if they were like a 20% win rate and the cheat puts them at 30%, we'll get them. Like, they're detected, we'll ban them eventually. But the urgency of that ban is dramatically decreased. Like, it wouldn't bother you, or it wouldn't bother a player as much. Like, we'd notice that player would be reported less, or like, right? Some cheaters just don't do a lot of damage. If you cheat and you suck, like. And this again is mostly at mature anti-cheat teams, you can start to prioritize bans to kind of control the speed at which you, like, I'm not going to ban every cheat I detect instantly, right? Because then they're just going to issue an update and then I'm going to have to detect that cheat. So like, to slow that down, we kind of play this little, and most cheaters are kind of familiar with this, trying to figure out if you've actually been detected or if like the behavioral model has detected you. And like, a lot of that is this kind of back and forth where we're trying to deliberately occlude who's been detected by only banning the ones that cheat well. And I'm not saying
Ragers.
and like you just said, as a player, you don't give a shit if they suck at it, because you actually don't. Like, if they were like a 20% win rate and the cheat puts them at 30%, we'll get them. Like, they're detected, we'll ban them eventually. But the urgency of that ban is dramatically decreased. Like, it wouldn't bother you, or it wouldn't bother a player as much. Like, we'd notice that player would be reported less, or like it would lose more, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, from a player perspective, I would be okay if 5 to 10% of my Tarkov raids had a cheater in it, and if they were constricted to not being super blatant and raging. You know, if they just were cheating, I don't like it. No one likes it, but I think that's a reasonable, like, this is, you know, we're in reality here. You know, I mean, people are spending $50 on an account per week. They're spending $60 to $80 a week on cheats, and they're spending another $30 a week for a spoofer. I mean,
what a cheater's like willing to do to cheat.
Clubs. Like, I could go golf at a really nice country club here near where I live, and it costs less. Like, it's crazy, you know. Please,
they're just gonna make a joke. I've seen way more than that. I've seen cheats that cost $1,000. I've seen cheats that cost $1,000 per update. I mean, it's not even financial hurdles like the ones you're talking about before, like show your driver's license, give us your social security number.
Damn, man. Like, dudes with disposable income don't give a shit. This is crazy.
Well, it's like, I mean, I you know, we won't get too into the motive. Maybe we will later, but
how little information there is out there. And I think as a consumer, it helps to know just a little bit, so that you can be educated enough to know what's going on, and that's kind of why we're doing this. So I Phil, if you can introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do.
No, I'm unable to introduce myself.
I'm under NDA.
I'm under NDA. Yeah, I guess I'm an anti-cheat veteran. I've been in the anti-cheat industry like and the cheat industry like 20 years. I guess I got started making cheats forever ago on some Korean games, one of which was called Guns the Duel. I don't think any of you are old enough to remember that. But yeah, that was the first game I hacked in, and then I ended up snagging a gig at Riot, 10 years later, working on the team that eventually became the team that developed Vanguard. I don't work there now, which is why I'm able to talk to you. But I recently left the team. And yeah, I mean, that's probably the best good intro as any. I was originally a data scientist on the team, developing the pipelines that kind of like detect the anomalies that players like behaviorally detect whether or not a person's cheating, but also like sometimes explicitly detect whether or not they're cheating. And then eventually I led the team for 2 years before I sailed off into the sunset to tackle new things.
Okay. Hello, Mr. How do I say your name? So first things first, we have a bunch of questions for you, right? Number one, first, can you like introduce yourself? What's your background in cheating and all that stuff?
Okay, yeah, I'm I'm from Germany. I'm 16 years old. And
Wait, you're
I started
16?
cheating. Yeah, I'm 16. I really just started cheating because I was bored of the game.
Okay. And you were bored of Fortnite, right? That's where you started your cheating
Yeah.
journey. And how many games
Yeah.
have you cheated in since Fortnite? Or when was the first time you cheated? Was that like 4 years ago? When was Fortnite like at its peak anyway?
I started cheating like 3 years ago, and Fortnite was released in 2018.
So when you were 13, you started cheating?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a while. Okay, so the main motivation behind cheating was because you were bored?
Yeah, basically.
I see.
If you cheat for wins, you're really just a loser.
Okay. So the next question probably is, have you ever gotten banned cheating? What's the cheating experience like?
It's not as fun as people think because you get banned after like at least one day.
Right, and that's in Fortnite or is that in Valorant?
Basically every game.
Wait, so you're paying how much for these cheats only to get banned in one day?
The average price for cheats is I think like $15 per day.
Mm-hmm.
You can use them for a few hours and then you most of the times get banned.
Yeah, but how does that actually work in Valorant? Because they hardware ban you, right? So if you cheat once, doesn't that mean that you're already your computer is already detected and you can't cheat anymore?
Yeah, that's basically the case, but there's software out there you can buy too that changes your hardware serials. So you can basically cheat again on the same PC.
Okay, well, yeah, because I always thought that Valorant had like a very invasive anti-cheat or something that goes into the kernel. Or I'm not too familiar. Like, how does that all work? So you have to use the software, and then when you get banned, you can cheat again because it's like a VPN or something?
You have to use a VPN, but as I said, there's like software that changes your mainboard and CPU and things like that, like your serial numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically just unbanned permanently because the game thinks you're a new PC.
I see. How is Valorant's cheat compared to other games? Like, how is the anti-cheat compared to Fortnite? Or actually, have you cheated in like Apex? Because I know Apex had a lot of cheaters in the past too.
Yeah, I used to cheat in Apex. They ban hardware too, and Fortnite does too.
Huh, okay. How is that compared to Valorant? Because, you know, Valorant made waves early on for being very invasive, and I'm assuming that Valorant's anti-cheat is a lot stronger compared to the others?
Yeah, it is. It's way stronger.
Okay.
It's also banning like your, it bans your BIOS, it bans CPU, graphics card, all that shit.
Wow. And how, so you said that cheats actually sell for around like $15, right? Is that the most cheap, is that the cheapest cheat you can buy? I've heard that they can go for around like $500 too, or even more.
Yeah, the cheats that were shown in the video you made, those
Yeah.
cost, I think, $100 a week.
A week? Wait, why is it like a subscription service? How does that work? Why is it like a week?
Now, if you pay, for example, 1 day, you get a key for the cheat, and this cheat just expires after 1 day, so you can't cheat again.
I see. Okay. And you said the ban rate is after a day, right? So everyone has to use that software where they change their hardware ID or something, and then they just keep cheating on different accounts?
Yeah.
I see. And would you know how long it actually takes to create a cheat? Basically that.
You have to have a lot of experience in coding. It takes like 2 years to learn this, and the coding itself also takes, I don't know, like a month or so.
Wait, so you took 2 years to learn how to code cheats, and you were 13 when you started cheating. You learned when you were like 11?
I started learning coding itself when I was 10, 11, something like that, yeah.
I see. So, because I talked to GamerDoc too, and he's like a big anti-cheat person, right, at Riot. He's saying a lot of cheats are like pyramid schemes, and that a lot of people hop in, show off a cheat, and then just dip after taking your money, like they scam people. Well, technically, yeah. Like, what's your experience regarding that?
Yeah, almost like 90% of the cheat providers are scam.
Really?
Either they just send you a detected cheat so you get banned instantly,
Uh-huh.
or they just exit scam, just ban you from the server once you paid or something like that.
Uh-huh. But what's recently going on is actually like a lot of rage hacking, right? Like people hack into accounts just to cheat on them, just to boost a specific cheat. Like, do you have any experience with that?
Yeah, these people buy the accounts for like €1.
€1?
Some people crack like these big accounts. Like they crack 1,000 accounts in 1 second with tools, and then they just sell them.
Wow. And lots of new info. But if you're saying that 90% of the cheats get banned, isn't that just a very bad look for all these cheaters promoting cheats?
Yeah, it takes really long time to find cheat providers that are really legit. And even if you find legit providers, the cheats are still probably bad.
Right. And that's because of Vanguard, or is it just across the board altogether?
Yeah, that's mostly because of Vanguard, because they really detect cheats really quick. And GamerDoc is actually joining these cheating servers, buying the cheats and detecting the loader.
Wait, so would you say that what's the longest time that someone has gone like undetected with their cheats?
I don't know, it contains on the cheat how good the cheat is, but there's people cheating like 1 year straight.
Wait, 1 year straight, and
really
that's on like the $15 cheat.
Nah, you have to code your own cheat for it to be that undetected. The cheats you can buy are mostly banning you within max 1 week.
Right, and usually, would you know what type of people are buying the cheat? Like, are they little kids who want to like just rank up, or is there like a specific demographic?
It's mostly like 12-year-olds hard stuck and plats that buy the cheats.
Okay.
Sometimes it's content creators, but that's
Wait,
also
content
pretty rare.
creators?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, actually, now that I think about it. But let's say, how much of the percentage of the people buying are like young kids who don't know better?
I don't know, like 80%.
80%.
It's
Okay.
mostly like 12-year-old kids that can't win a single game in ranked, so they buy cheats, basically.
And so that's what they resort to.
Yeah.
I see. Do you have like any other insider information? Because this is kind of wild now that I think about it. Wait, let me ask chat what they think and what like any other questions they have. Because I'm just really shocked that most of the market is like kids. Like I knew that kids were impressionable and I knew that kids like are not very good at like researching and all that stuff, but I didn't know it was that big of a demographic. I thought that probably be like 50-50 or something where you have like adults purchasing these cheats to, I don't know.
That's rare. That's really rare. It's mostly kids.
And how do these kids find the Discord server? Is it just through Google or is it like word of mouth?
It's basically you join one server and you see someone promote a cheat, then you join that server and they promote a cheat and join that server. So,
I see.
yes, it's websites, but that's also pretty rare.
Gotcha. What are color bots, by the way? Someone in my chat is asking. And do you know anything about them?
That's a cheat that's pretty undetected. So, for example, when the enemy outline color is yellow, for example, the cheat is basically just searching for that color on the screen, and once it finds the color yellow, it just locks on the enemy, you know?
I see. Is it similar to the cheat that... I don't know if this is a cheat, actually, but I know it's like a software that changes the crosshair color. I'm actually not too familiar about that. But what do you think?
You mean the where you can change like the shape and color and shit?
Yeah, and you can like change the skin too, right?
I don't really know about that, bro, to be honest.
I see. What do you say is the most widespread cheat right now in Valorant?
I would say C1. Someone in your chat just typed C1 somewhere. But yeah, that's one of the few cheats that are actually legit, but it's also a rage cheat.
I see. Why do you think cheats are like... Are cheats hard to code, by the way, or are they just easy to code and they just get detected right away? Like, how does that work?
It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to bypass Vanguard. It's really hard.
And is it usually, what do you call it? Like, you said it was 1 month, right? Does that scale with how good the cheat is? Like, for example, you're doing a 6 month work on a cheat. Does it usually mean that the cheat goes undetected for longer? Or, yeah, because I'm super inexperienced with this, right? And I'm just trying to understand the amount of time that goes into working on a cheat and how do people profit off of it and all that stuff.
Yeah, these people mostly paste GitHub, like software. Just paste it, make it a little bit more undetected, like change the drivers and things like that, and then resell them.
I see. And what do you think about cheats that are on like a separate computer? Because someone mentioned that too, and how that was not detectable, right?
Those are Arduino cheats, like these mini computers for like 20 euros on Amazon. That's, yeah, pretty undetected because it's a separate PC.
I see.
But also bannable, yeah.
I see. And okay, here's another question. Do trigger bots get detected usually, or does it have to be a manual report?
It gets detected because it also has drivers. And if these drivers get detected, you're just getting banned. But yeah, also a lot of the bans are manual bans, so by step.
I see. And that's, yeah, because I remember in Apex, like back in the day, there'd be multiple cheaters in one lobby, and it's just who had the better cheat. And it was like they're speed hacking, and they're aimbotting, and wall hacking, and everything, especially like Season 0. Not sure if that's still a thing right now, because I haven't played Apex. But would you say you're most knowledgeable in Valorant cheats, or what's your like expertise in terms of cheating?
Yeah, I would say Valorant. I cheated the most in Valorant, I would say.
I see. And is Valorant the most in-demand cheat because it's the most popular right now?
Nah, I wouldn't really say that.
Really? Wait, so what's the most popular like game to cheat on?
CSGO or actually Apex, I think.
CSGO and Apex. Wait, that's crazy. So CSGO still gets a ton of cheaters even till now? Even with like Prime and everything?
With Prime, in basically every match you have at least 2 cheaters.
No way. It's that bad.
It's really bad.
I see. What about R6, like Siege and everything?
Yeah, there's also a lot of cheats there, but I didn't really play that much Siege.
I see.
But I know there's like people shooting through walls and glitching through walls and things like that. It's weird.
Do you know anything about the like the YouTube ads or the like TikTok or YouTube shorts that promote the cheats? Do you know how reliable, or do you have any info on that?
The people creating these videos are getting paid by the cheat providers.
And they get a cut or something? Like, how does that work?
If you promote the cheats, you're either getting like a discount or like a 1-day key for the cheat. That's why people create media for it.
I see. So is is it based on how many views they get, or what? Like, is it just like one day per one vid, or how does it work?
Yeah, like that.
I see. Here's another question. Do you know what ranks cheaters are usually in?
These cheaters, if they buy accounts, it's mostly like diamond or mortal accounts. Because
Really?
they want to cheat in high elo, maybe meet some streamers, something like that.
I see. But do you get like a lot of low elo accounts who want to cheat their way up to like diamond or plat from silver, bronze, or anything like that?
That's pretty rare.
I see. So all the claims that there are cheaters in like silver and bronze are not really a thing.
It's happening.
Like, random question, but have you stopped cheating?
Yeah, I have. I'm playing legit at the moment.
Okay, and what was the reason for you to stop cheating?
I'm tired of always changing my PC serials and getting banned over and over. And I'm not too bad without cheats. I was diamond 2, I think, without cheats.
I see. Did you even have fun when you were cheating and all that?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It is. And wait, where does the fun come from? Like, I just want to understand. Like, is it that you're making enemies mad or stuff like that?
Yeah, that's one part of it, but also just it's fun seeing people through walls and just hitting every shot headshot, things like that.
I see. Is that a common thing within the cheating community, or is it just that people cheat one time and then they see that, oh, it's a lot of fun and they keep cheating? Or is it more like, oh, I'll cheat one time, hit the rank I want, and then stop cheating? So what's the most common behavior, I guess?
I would say that people are cheating again because you can't even reach your dream rank because you get banned before you even reach, I don't know, diamond or things like that.
Yeah, so they're making another account, right? Because the account gets...
Yeah.
So the main account is never reaching the main rank, I guess.
Probably not.
I see. Here's another question. Is it easy to unban yourself on Valorant?
If you get banned, your account is banned permanently.
Yeah, what's a common weapon for people who cheat? Is it just a Vandal or Guardian?
It's Vandal and Guardian. Sometimes Sheriff, just guns you can one-tap with.
Wait, so is it like a big thing in your circle? Do your friends know that you cheat, or do all of your friends cheat? Like, how does that work in terms of playing with others?
I don't know anyone in real life that cheats. I'm pretty much the only one.
But they, like, your IRL friends don't know as well?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was watching like a cheating vid a while back, right? And do you know how like the aimbot accounts for bullet spread? Because there's a dude like hitting shots mid-air, right? And that's supposed to be like technically a random thing.
Oh yeah, that's a cheat, like a feature that's called no spread.
No
so it
spread.
basically just removes the spread of your gun permanently.
Wait, but how does that work? Does it like calculate, do math to figure out where the bullet goes? Or yeah, could
I
you
don't really know that.
Oh, okay.
All I know is it's removing your bloom and the spray permanently.
Let's see. What is the most ridiculous cheat that you've discovered?
There's one that costs 100 a week that can shoot through walls and across the map and no scope and all that things. That's pretty incredible.
But I'm assuming that got banned pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
I see. 100 a week though. That's crazy. Yeah, that is actually insane. Do you know if there are any like cheats that can give you skins or anything like that, or is it really just the aim?
It can give you permanently the skins, but you can change the skins in the game.
It's like you're buying the skin with VP, or is it more like it's just an overlay on top of your default gun?
Yeah, it's basically overlay.
Okay, so you're not actually like spending money, or you're not actually cheating to get VP and actually buying the skin, right?
Nah, that's not possible.
Okay, let's see. If it's only an overlay, so it's only on your client side, right? So other people, when they
Yeah.
spectate you, they won't see the skins.
Correct.
Okay. Would you know how much profit like you get by selling cheats, or how much like cheat makers make on a month or on a week?
I've met some people that made like 50k a month with cheats.
50K. Wait, wow. Wait, and how long does it make those cheats, or how long does it take to code it?
If you code them, it takes like 1 or 2 months, but
Uh-huh.
you have to update the cheats because Vanguard also updates.
Right. And wait,
So
how does the
basically-
ban wave work in Vanguard? Like, you know, with Vanguard updating all the time, do they just ban the cheat all at once? Or if one guy gets detected, is it just one guy gets banned and then they detect the other cheat at some other point?
I don't really know that, but I know that GamerDog
Mm-hmm.
is, as I said, joining the servers and buying the cheats and then looking at the loader and then detecting the drivers. So the entire cheat just gets detected.
Right. Yeah, because I actually talk to GamerDog pretty frequently about this, and he shows me like a bunch of forums where they're saying that, oh, GamerDog has already found this out like after a day. So I figure he's pretty fast with it, which is
Yeah, he is.
yeah. What's the longest you've gone cheating without the ban? Wait, I'm not sure if I've asked this actually.
I think like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And how much
But
did you pay for
that's
that?
really rare. I think like $50.
$50 per day?
Nah, per week.
Okay. Still though, it's pretty expensive. Anyway, this has been like super informative, man. Thank you for like coming on and giving us more info about the cheating world.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you so much again, dude. I appreciate you. And yeah, talk to you soon.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Cheating in Valorant is for babies. Cheating in Jetpack Joyride is for real men.
Okay, guys. So you've seen all this footage. You've seen all these things. Let's get to the crux of it. Okay. So at the end of the day, there have been things happen specifically with Valorant as we speak, because that's the platform I've been focusing my hacker hunting endeavors on. Riot was caught off guard by Valorant cheaters. Well, duh. If you go into any Australian server right now, it is prevalent that hackers and cheaters just hang around there and rage hack all day. And no one cares. Riot doesn't care. And that's where my question comes at this stage. Why doesn't Riot care? They're employing ex-cheaters and hackers who admit to cheating because they're dog shit and never got good. And then in another respect, a guy that was good but still cheated and rage hacked just to be a narcissistic psychopath. And a YouTuber that also admits to cheating as well. Like, wow, right? Where is the morality at this stage? So this here itself, right? The players themselves are sick to death of having to deal with Vanguard, even to today's date, right? It is invasive. It does not work. And you can easily spoof your way out of the situation if you've got the money. If you're buying cheats to start with, a lot of the time you're either stealing your parents' credit card, or more importantly, you've got a lot of money coming in, and you're most probably a psychopath or a sociopath to start with, and this is just your way of winding down of a day, because this is the psychology of these people. They're not healthy people. They're not good people. They're evil, right? And if you start cheating, it's impossible to stop unless you get to a point where it just all gets too hard basket, like that guy in Egwit's video who admitted that towards the end of his part of the video. So Vanguard isn't a solution by any stretch of the imagination. It might be harder to get around, but it's clearly not now. It's out of control now, right? Where Riot just don't give a shit. And hacking and cheating is the new norm. It's the same problem as CSGO, CS2. Shroud even openly admitted the other day to buying premium hacks on a video himself while being interviewed, while playing the game, by his own chat. You have a CSGO professional openly admitting to buying premium hacks in CS2. You have every single COD streamer professional cheating blatantly in computer games. Apex, there's the be-all and end-all of all hacking. Fortnite, the list goes on and on and on. Because people never bothered to learn how to play the game in the first place, they can't stop cheating. So they've created their own vacuum in which they have put themselves into to create an environment that is suitable for them, though they are not winning. The psychology that they think they're winning is there for sure, right? That's the delusion of success. And that's part of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a book, right? It's a very successful book written by a psychopath of all things, right? But it's true. And the rich dad is the one that used people and cheated and lied and stepped on people to get where he wanted to get to in life for his own benefits. 100% selfish. Poor dad did the precise opposite and did things properly and did things the right way and still never got anywhere. And that's a damning assessment of our world, right? You look at society at the moment and it's a precise reflection of that. There's no questions about how messed up everything is. When we're talking about this, though, we're talking about the previous CEO of Riot Games quietly just disappearing this month, by the way, and being replaced with A. Dylan Jadeja. I think his name is. Sorry if I butchered that. So it's a hard name to pronounce. But he's come in, and what? Did you hear about it? I didn't. I had to search it up. So why is Riot being so subservient all of a sudden? Why did the previous CEO go? They don't explain why. They won't tell us why she left. And this guy's come in and hacking's at an all-time high. Starting to put the dots together here, draw the line between. What if hackers actually are paying game developers off a royalty as such to continue doing what they're doing to make money, and the company, because it's losing and hemorrhaging millions of dollars on its stupid esports events, and as well as obviously its lack of skins getting sold, people are leaving in the droves, 785,000 at last count, just left in a week. Okay. Then you've got all the life ban on top, which doesn't get accounted for. Then this guy just slips into the role. Now, I'm not saying he's in cahoots. I'm not putting any aspersions out there. This is a hypothesis of thought. But what if Riot are quietly, as they are an indie, who are losing millions of dollars, are that desperate to make a buck because they want this MMORPG to happen, which still hasn't even had a single line of code written for it to date, letting these guys pay them money so they can run their cheats on their games. What if, as I say, hypothesis, none of this is based in fact or evidence, but I do have a gut feeling something's off. And with quiet changes of CEOs coming in, that raises very serious concern to why that's not been publicly shared with the audience, especially the adult players and the parents of the kids who are playing this game. So he was part of the Global Corporate Strategy and Development, Venture Investment, Legal Finance and Accounting, Enterprise Technology and Security. Wow. Human Resources, Corporate Affairs, Real Estate and other key operational functions. A long advocate for social impact and diversity and inclusion. He also spearheaded overseas Riot's $10 million commitment to invest in underrepresented founders in the gaming industry. During his tenure in this role, he architected numerous strategic investments for Riot, including acquisitions of Hypixel Studios and Radiant Entertainment. In addition, Jadeja led the company's 2015 equity sale to Tencent Holdings. Ba-bow. He was instrumental in selling Riot to the Chinese government. Tencent is a state-owned Chinese government business, the biggest in China. So, Dylan worked for Goldman Sachs, so he's a financier, banking guy. I don't see his game industry experience be portfolioed here. That itself is a worry to me. Most CEOs of game development companies have to have some industry experience. Now, this guy is all about money, selling stuff, money. Starting to put the dots further and further together. You're starting to see the picture now. My concerns, I think, are founded with Riot specifically. Then we come to the new terms of service, that if you didn't get the email with your proper Riot account, well, here it is. You now have to be an adult, 18 years or plus, America 21, to be able to make a Riot account now for any game or any other purpose. Either be an adult, an emancipated minor, that means you've divorced your parents and you have legal representation of your own as in guardianship to represent you or allow for you to be able to act on behalf of an adult on your own accord. There's not many of those in the world. Have a valid legal guardian consent bound by these terms. If you're not the adult of an emancipated minor, as I said, and don't understand this section, please talk to your parents and legal guardian and ask for help. Your parents or legal guardian minor creates an account with us. You and the minor accept and agree to be bound by these terms. You're also responsible for all of the use of the accounts and compliance with the terms by the minor, including the purchase made on all accounts. You may not create or use an account or use any of the rights services on behalf of any other person or legal entity for a commercial purpose either. So you have to be an adult to start with. No more 16 years of age creating an account. None of that crap. No more, oh, my mum gave me, approval. If you are setting up underage accounts, you are straight away in breach of the terms of service. And if you are reported manually, your account will be just shut down on the spot. Also, if Riot do choose to take indemnification actions against you, you will then be looking at having your parents directly charged with fraud, not you. So your parents get arrested and go to jail without even knowing you've made a game account and cheated on it, obviously. That means Riot, if they really want to, any country in the world can then say, hey, you're in breach of the terms of service. They get the legal authorities involved and your parents get arrested in front of you and they haven't got a clue about it. One, they could go to jail. Not a joke. Two, you would then go to foster care. You think you can have a computer then? Think about that, guys. Okay? Negligence or willful misconduct. That's cheating. Look, at the end of the day, I have a feeling that the hackers are genuinely paying out money to game developers to keep their hacks going. Otherwise, the effort they've got to put in for the money they make, the return on investment becomes smaller and smaller and smaller to a point where, like in Eggwick's video's case, the guy just gave up because he got sick to death of having to constantly write hacks, like you've seen in a previous video on my channel, a couple of videos back, to then have those hacks or bots intercepted. Then you've got to start from scratch and do it all over again and add in different methodology to your programming, further study, more cost to the actual hack developer, and more hassle than it's sometimes worth to them. Now, you heard 3 in 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 hackers and 3 websites in 3 weeks. All of their hacks, on the day I put it up even, got shut down. So yes, there is 2 sides to this argument. There is your, I think, average Joe employee who believes he's doing a great job. I work in anti-cheat, I'm doing this, I'm actually catching people. Then you've got these people above them who do not communicate what they are doing, obviously, because that's the corporate world for you, and potentially taking quite a large sum of money to allow the hackers to run the hacks. There's always 2 sides to every argument, right? There's the for and against, the pros and cons. In this case, we're talking about the grey area in between, where it may be or may not be the case. But what if in time, let's say 5 years from now, we look back and watch this video and go, holy shit, yep, game developers have been at everything. Or in 5 years from now, there's no computer games at all because of cheating. And we'll never know. Both negative outcomes, yeah? So guys, just sit on it, think on it. Do your own research. If you find anything at all, bring it to me. Because my experience in the XDefiant server yesterday gave me a lot of information unwittingly by 5 hackers in the general chat of all things, admitting openly to me that yes, they are hackers, yes, they write hacks, X Defiant's doomed before it even starts. If for anyone that's not cheating, if you just get on the bandwagon and buy cheats from us, the mod, 2 mods, after I had brought this conversation up, about the anti-cheat, about the potential of cheating, about developers accepting bribes or royalties for allowing hackers to pay money so they can keep their hacks going to these developers and obviously sell enough and still make a smaller profit margin than a great, huge one. And people in the multitudes were going, hey, you've got a really good point there. That makes a lot of sense. I agree with you. And then all of a sudden, this mod pops in out of nowhere, right? And then about a minute later, maybe less than a minute later, 5 hackers jump into the chat and start ripping me a new one, abusing me, going full psychotic, just trying to discredit everything I said. Now, of course, I used the appropriate wording and I destroyed them in return and made mockeries out of all of them. But the mod warned me about standing up for myself effectively 3 times, and then I got muted on the server shortly after. Isn't that funny? Isn't it coincidental? There's no such thing as coincidence, by the way. It's been proven that I go into the server, join the general conversation, someone says something, it sparks my interest, I then enter into further conversation about it, the anti-cheat specifically to start with, and then my concerns of recent. And then all of a sudden people are going, yep, no, I think you've actually onto something there, and yes, I agree with you. No uncertain terms. In those words, I agree with you. Then all of a sudden 5 hackers come in and a mod, after a mod just comes in after that, and they can say whatever they feel like and some very nasty, spiteful, hateful things and not get told off at all. As soon as I put them back in their place and catch them out, boom, I get muted from the server. That is a mod for Ubisoft. Not just a server mod. That is a staff member of the company. Think about that. I started off on an organic conversation, which led to me airing my concerns to then having them shut down, and my message is also deleted, by the way, by the mod, as soon as these guys started. So every time I put a message up, it'd be deleted, and all their hate and abuse and disrespect was just left there, no warnings handed out. Then I stand up for myself, gets deleted. Stand up for myself, gets deleted. I'm some random person in the Discord server, none of them knew who I was. But because I brought up a touchy subject, which really shouldn't be a touchy subject, you know what I'm saying? There should be no conversation about it. Like, oh yeah, that's a great hypothesis. It's a great idea you've got, and maybe that could happen. No, it came with extreme malice and force to be shut down and have all of my comments that I had made completely about the subject matter. Anytime we've ever chatted in, by the way, the X Defiant Discord ever, day one, and only, did all my messages get deleted and I got muted from the server. So what is Ubisoft hiding? Well, does my hypothesis actually have ground to trench on, as I said before? Do I actually have an insight into what could possibly be actually happening? And why would a Ubisoft employee mute me from the server and allow them to abuse the shit out of me for telling the truth? There's something being covered up. Yet I do not know exactly what, but I stepped on a very sore point for the developer just by opening my mind and my thought process to the general public who were agreeing to then get absolutely smashed. Think about it, guys. X Defiant is going to fail before it even starts. Other people are saying that, and all I did was agree with it and then add my 2 cents worth and got hammered for it. X Defiant, CS2 are dead games in the water. Do not play them unless you want to get full-on hacked on. Now, I'm going to obviously do an X Defiant stream or 2. I want to see it happen. I want to just record it and hear what other people are saying. I'm not going to say shit to anyone playing the game. I want to hear them say it first. And I think within their first 15 to 20 minutes, oh, fucking hell, that person cheating, that person. Are they? Yeah, man, like fucking didn't you see that? Oh, I missed it, sorry. But quietly, you guys will know, and I'll know on my stream that this is what I was setting out to do to begin with. Guys, developers, I'm sure at this stage, in my gut feeling, you know, the metaphor of gut feeling, I believe that hackers are paying off developers to allow them to continue to create hack. Anyway, look, make your own mind up. Obviously, I'm not here to say it's definitely happening or definitely not happening. I'm just hanging out here in the grey area in the middle, and my opinion is what it is. Your opinion may differ. You're entitled to that. I'll let you make your mind up, but don't totally discredit the idea completely. Hang around that grey area with me for a little bit longer. Let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed your time. I hope you've learnt a lot. If you didn't already know this stuff, there's a lot of you that will watch this video who already know all this stuff, except for what I've just mentioned, the hypothesis of today. Feedback on the comments. Tell me what you think. And if you've watched this video to this point, thank you. You're one of the very few that actually give a shit about what YouTubers create and a conversation that is extremely volatile and needs further investigation by third parties, whomever they may be in future and now. All right, guys, I'm Nathali, and I'll catch you in the wasteland. Cheers.
There are a few things you just can't learn from a textbook, that you have to live through, to see, to be fully entrenched in. Because here is a simple truth. This world is a tough place. Getting what you want, making the most of the time you have, requires that you put yourself in the position to succeed. It means you see a finish line before one exists. Look, no one's ever gonna call you and tell you how incredible your idea is. You can't build a business on potential or win a championship on promise. Results are binary. You either accomplished something or you simply did not. Right? That's it. That's what people see, the result. So that means every second, every step of the way from where you are right now until you cross the finish line depends on you and your thoughts. How you internalize failure, how you look at setbacks. When no one is around to pat you on the back or tell you how great you are, will you have enough self-belief to move forward? Because my friends, that's the hardest part. That's what no one talks about. Having the courage to wake up every single day of your life and know that you are building towards something incredible. You are creating a masterpiece from the ground up. And that means that when you're looking in the mirror, you believe in what's staring back at you. You see the unseen and you are willing to bring it to life. That is the foundation that you build greatness on. And it's a daily pursuit, creating milestones, designing the small wins that keep you going, that keep you moving, that get you past all those times you so desperately want to turn around, but know that for you, it simply isn't an option. That is not your reality. You have more waiting for you. And so you press on, cloaked in confidence, you move into the unknown, seeking the day the rest of the world looks up and calls you lucky. They'll look at what you built and say how fortunate you are, but they won't comprehend the 20-hour days, the focus, the ridicule for being different or obsessive or nonconformist. They won't know that self-belief trumped all of that. That it was everything. The word great is separate for a reason. It implies a specific set of beliefs and values. It means you saw light when most people saw darkness. It means you said yes when most people said no. You moved forward when the rest of the world turned around. Believe in your greatness. See it, live it. It is there, and you need to know that it's there, because it will make all the difference. Your self-belief will define you. Before you can ever get to where you're going, you have to decide to begin. You have to acknowledge that what you're chasing means more to you than what you are leaving behind. And then begins the greatest adventure you will ever experience. Knowing that you have turned someday into right now. That the road beneath you is waving you on, the wind at your back, it pushes you forward. There are no guarantees in life, but that just might be what makes it so incredible. You'll only go as far as you allow your imagination to take you. Whether it's the end of your driveway, or where the sun and the ocean intersect.